So I was on Showdown playing some balanced Hackmons. Ran into this guy, beat him. He was super salty, so I chatted him. He was cussing at me and stuff. So here's the conversation. I called him so salty. He said, like your mom after I fucked her so hard last night. Let's both be childish pricks, shall we? Fucking cunt. I said, wow, that's so cool. You're my hero, dude. Just that's how I deal with people like that. I just like compliment them. So he keeps on going, telling me to go back to school. Which, by the way, I am 20 in college, so I am currently not in school right now. Back to school. He could tell I'm ugly. It's debatable. I could be, could not. It's all an opinion. Plays Pokemon Hackmons all day. I actually don't play Hackmons all day. I'm currently in the process of remodeling my house. That's why I've been so like my room is just full of stuff, as you can see there, back here. With OP teams. Nah, I don't play with OP teams. I don't play with OP teams. Like my Hackmons. So I got a Tilgo Baton Pass to Alakazam with Focus Sash. Doesn't really work. Unaware, just for setup users. Deoxys Attack Choice Band with Mold Breaker to beat Shedinja. Another Blissey with Prankster for Stealth Rock, Transform, Toxic, and Final Gambit, because why not? Simple Yachi Berry, Dragon Dance, Garchomp. Just a set I'd really like to see. And a Gale Wing Rayquaza, the only move that he doesn't learn out of this is King Shield, so it's not really OP, or I wouldn't call. I've lost several times. I did a typo there. I said, same here, dude. I said, because the way I type. And then he's like, I'm not ugly. Well, if you're ugly, you tend to times start defending yourself when you're called that. So I called him, are you sure about that? No, then he starts turning back on me. And I was like, I don't know. And he calls me a cuthead, which I don't know what cuthead is. I said, and about 500 pounds. Come here. 500 pounds is really bad. Really bad. Like, even 500 pounds of muscle, which I'm pretty sure is not possible. But that's still not good. He sent me a link. And the link was Randy Orton. Randy Orton is nowhere near 500 pounds. So go in there, it depends on where I put it. Calls me stupid cunt again. I just tell him more stuff about how I get bullied and at school. Just by the way I'm typing, I said okay. Calls me a little prick. I told him, I was like, yeah, I'll make sure to tell my boys at school, which I have known because I'm in college. And then he's like, just leave me alone. I was like, oh, I don't know about the Tucker's fun. Report me for harassment, which at this point I am harassing him, but I'm just having fun, right? And like I was like, oh, but I want to be your boyfriend, He's like, oh man, I have legit edge. I was like, I'll screenshot it too, just fuck with him, because I have no claim really. Swearing. Told me to fuck off. I said, I don't know, I'd rather think about that, my dude. I'll keep talking to you, because we insecure, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, dude. That is all my arguments. He says, well, what, you're 12, which by the way, I said earlier, I'm 20, I am in college. I told him I'm 99. He said I do have a great sense of humor, so I was like, yeah, thanks, dude. I told him I already have a girlfriend, which I do. He said it was my mother. I said no, it was my grandma. Blue Asia. I said I'm 90, and then I started doing it. So yeah, that's your experiences on Pokemon. So yeah, you got to look out for those guys. So yeah, I just thought I'd post this just so y'all could see like how salty some people get and how you could respond. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.